Interfaces. What do you mean by nested interface? In an interface, you have one more interface. An interface contains another interface. An interface contains another interface. Okay? So let us see the example of nested interfaces. Okay? How do you declare an interface? Interface. Name of the interface. Let me call as outer IF. In this interface, what do you write in the interface? We write the methods, which are abstract, and also data members, which are constants. Okay? So here we have only one method. That method signature is like this: void do something. This is the name of the method. Signature of the method is this. Because this method is in the interface, implicitly they are abstract. This is an abstract method. Now, in this interface, I have one more interface. So let us define the interface. Interface. The name of this is inner IF, which contains, what does the interface contain? Again, it can contain methods and data members. Okay? So here, the method signature is Boolean check positive. Check whether the number given as a parameter is positive or not. Do I write the definition of this method? No. Because this check POS is inside an interface. So by default it is, implicitly it is abstract. It is an abstract method. Okay? Now, we want to have a class. Okay, let us define a class which implements class. Some, what name shall we give? Class check is the class, or test is the class name. Implements, which interface you want to implement? Suppose I want to implement this interface. What should I give? Inner IF is the name of the interface, but this interface is embedded in this outer interface. So to the outside world, whenever you give the interface name, inner interface name, you have to qualify with where it is. Okay? So I have to say outer IF dot. What do you mean by outer IF dot? I want to implement inner IF, but it is a nested interface which is in outer IF. So I have to qualify like this. Inner IF belonging to outer IF. Okay? So I have to use this qualifier. What do you mean by qualifier? I am telling this inner IF belongs to whom? It is a inner interface of outer IF. So qualify. You have to use the qualifier. Okay? Now, we have a class. Okay? In this class, which method has to be implemented? Which method has to be implemented? Should I implement do something method or check POS? The class is implementing inner IF. So I have to implement the method belonging to inner IF. What is the method belonging to inner IF? Boolean check, what is the name? Check POS, which takes one parameter. Okay, if it is confusing, let me take as X only. I have to implement it. What do you mean by implementing? I have to write the definition of this method. I have to write the definition of this method. So what is this method? Write the body. Body is, I just want to, so if X value is greater than 0, I want to return true. Otherwise, I want to return false. So if X is greater than 0, we want to return true. Return true. Okay. Else return false. Okay. Else we want to return false. Can I replace this if statement with ternary operator? Can we replace with the ternary operator? Okay, how do I replace? So, if I will remove, how do I write the ternary operator? Question mark. If X is greater than 0, okay, I want to return true, colon, false. I want to return this. I can directly write return. So let me put it in the parenthesis so that you don't get confused. See here, if X is greater than 0, I want to return true. Otherwise, we want to return false. Okay? Is that okay? Now we have implemented, so method of inner IF is implemented here. Method of inner IF is implemented here. Okay? Now we want to write the main class where we will be calling these methods. Class nested demo is the class name where we want to have the main method. Okay, public okay. Now we want to call this method check POS. How do I call this method? I can call by creating an object of this. So let me create an object of class test. Object OB1 is equal to new test. We have created an object of the class test, and using that we want to call the method check POS. OB1 dot, I have to give one parameter. Suppose I give as 10. Okay. So what does this method return you? It returns Boolean value. What do you want to do with the Boolean value? We want to display. We want to display this value. Whatever the value returned by the method, we want to display that. Okay. So let us save and see. Nested demo dot, okay, Let us execute and see. What is the error? Cannot implement. What is the error? See here. What is this? Do you remember? Whatever the methods you implement, you have to declare them as public. Okay. Okay. Now, true. Okay. Now suppose I want to access this method using the interface. What is the interface name? InnerIF. I want to access the method using interface reference. I can create reference variables of the interface. Yes? Yes. Let us create a reference of the interface. What is the interface name? InnerIF is the interface name. We want to create some reference variable of that. We want to declare a reference variable of that, not creating. So REF1 is a reference variable of InnerIF. Whenever I am using InnerIF, because InnerIF is a nested inner interface of outer IF, always I have to qualify outer IF dot. Okay, so qualify with outer interface. Qualify with outer interface. Okay. Now I want to access using REF1. So let me REF1. What is that? What is the name we have given? Might not have been initialized. Okay, what is the error? REF1 you have not created. It is only a reference variable. How do you access the methods using the reference variables? Unless I say I point the reference variable to some object. So here ref1 is pointing to OB1. Unless you have a reference variable assigned with some object, you cannot access it. Okay, so I have to say ref1 equal to OB1. Ref1 is equal to OB1. Now OB1 is pointing to, ref1 is pointing to this object OB1. Now I can access the members using the reference variable. Okay.